Greetings and good time zone. I hope people are doing well today. I need to get back to Pathfinder. Oh, hang on a second. I just noticed something. Oh, okay. I just noticed one of my Stream Deck buttons was different than it should be. Okay. Law Religion. Can I pass it this time?
Impossible.
Impossible. I keep rolling like a 3. I only need an 11, so I'm just gonna reload that. Why not? Yeah, no. Hi PD, how are you today? I hope you're well. Also, I think Firebot is drunk because it lists my bot as a viewer and not a moderator. Really? It's so close. I just need above a 10. Three again. 10, 8, 3. Oh no. Happy Sweden Day. Please don't touch the food. Jesus. Oh, now I roll a 1. I know I shouldn't be reloading this all the time, but I just want to. It's 29. Why are these higher? My God. Shrimp sandwiches. I think the closest thing to shrimp I have are like the very small prawns that we have over here. I don't know if everyone else does. I've reloaded this many times, I may as well keep doing it. Ow! How could I only roll below a 10? Or a 10 and below, I should say. All I need is an 11. But the dice really hate me, apparently. Yay! Decent XP as well. Granted, I need, 269k to the next level. The symbols inscribed on the wall belong to the language of the Titans, the first creations of the gods, and themselves the creators of the sinister demon. I've read this one before. Not in this location, but in a different location. Okay, so that was a portal. Oh. It was loot? Oh, it's this. I haven't got anything for this yet. House of Wicked
You'll
Knowledge.
make a fine trophy.
Did they say anything? Here comes the fodder. Go and feast, but then clean up after yourselves so the guards don't find the bones. Wendewag. Murder that one, please. Damn. I got wrecked on a lot of negative levels. Don't remove negative levels or restore permanently during ability scores. We just need normal restoration. I'll just need normal. Oh wow, what are you? The Defiler. Oh, it's heavy mace. This +4 unholy heavy mace increases the amount of damage channel negative energy does to living creatures or heals undead creatures by 2d6. Okay. Well, it's good money. I
Might be
guess.
trap, might be treasure. This is my kind of work.
What's your check? Plus 32. Okay, that's not bad. It's always just reagents. Did I miss the loot? To the Mage's Tower. Oh. Get inside the Mage's Tower in the upper city. Done everything else. Sure. Let's see where this goes. I have a feeling this is the storyteller. Knowledge Arcana. This inscription is written in archaic elven script. You recognize the words strangers home. I see you, and I implore Callistria. It appears to be some kind of protective spell against thieves, but it has lost its power over the years. Traps, yay!
Careful now.
Lots of traps. Where's the disarm for this trap? The wreckage of what once was a magical golem. Judging by the many dents on its remains, it was destroyed in a fierce fight. The corpse of a demon who was not smart enough to avoid a magical trap. Can't even
Ask nicely.
I don't even see where this leads to. Guessing
Fine.
you can't just walk here.
Something wrong?
Yeah. I'm going to reload this because I was originally going to dimension doors over there to disable the trap.
You need me. Good. Our duty calls.
Esmo, Axe, yes.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might happen because I can't control. Right. Okay. I want the XP and I want to actually disarm the traps. Wait a minute.
Don't mind me.
Don't you have... Oh no. You did have Range Legerdemain, or whatever it's called.
Fine.
Everyone else stand out here
We
except
should move.
for me. Jeff.
The road awaits.
Esmo, Axe, yes.
I don't steal. I encourage people to save the poor, helpless tieflings around the world. Starting with me.
We should prepare.
Who? Me?
Oh, the traps. Really? That's unfortunate. The trap for that one listed it going as a totally different direction. Okay.
Pretty good.
Disarm
aren't I?
that. Disarm you. Didn't know it was outside.
This is my kind of work.
They just teleport up there? That was weird. Golem. Wait, usually aren't they immune to like... Oh, it's got fast healing. Great. Sometimes some creatures are immune to sneak attack, which would be god awful with this party. Turns out it's not a problem. The wreckage of what was once a magical golem. Judging by the many dents on its remains, it was destroyed in a fierce fight.
Completed.
This inscription once contained a spell of warning. When an intruder appeared, it would let out a chilling howl to raise the alarm. Fortunately, the enchantment has worn off with the passage of time, so your ears have been spared. Ow. We missed that trap completely.
Ask nicely.
Oh. I'm gonna hate this place.
This is my kind of work.
Oops. Just get out of there.
Don't mind me.
We should move.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Do you have this spell? I guess not. I guess we just have to wait. Ooh.
Don't blame me.
I miss having
Pretty
Camellia.
good, aren't I?
Oh, they're pretty high.
Careful now.
You ask me.
Why am I only rolling like 3s?
Follow my steps. Let's head out.
No idea what that did.
Something wrong? This is my kind of work.
Okay, that was everyone.
Let's be careful.
How do we even get up there? Interesting.
Rules are made to be broken.
Or do I need to go there? That moved. I turned. Okay, I think I see.
Your orders, Commander.
Tread lightly.
Uh-oh. Already done that one. Oh, I've done them all, I think. So then we need to go and probably shouldn't put Regil on there just in case anything happens. Oh god damn it, I selected them all.
You require my counsel. Wise.
Let us bide our time.
Mobility. 29, 27.
This is my kind of work.
Oh, some boots and 15 grand. Spirit trackers. These boots grant a spirit hunter 4 additional uses of spirit weapon enhancement ability per day. Camellia, I got you some new boots.
Pretty good, aren't I?
So is this the way in? That was probably the way in. At least I'm hoping that's the way in. So I don't want to miss anything. We're leaving Dayron behind.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Definitely a trap. Wait, the traps lead to a door? Oh.
This is my kind of work. This is my kind of work.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Elven notes, elven notes. Makes sense that
Taylor
there are
switching.
elven notes
Must
in
be a
here
sign.
because I do believe it's his tower. Within the pedestal, a faint purple glow emanates from a crystal-shaped hole. Its edges are chipped and cracked, suggesting that whatever it contained has been forcibly removed.
Who? Me?
Follow my steps.
The magic has left this once powerful magical seal that protected the premises from the presence of demons. I can rest. So... okay. Headband of rigorous training. I already have this. You have perfect strike, right? Because of your cape? I thought. This damaged coat can now be worn only as a cloak and only by non-evil aligned creatures. Oh, so Camellia couldn't use it. If this cloak is worn by a character with no levels in duelist class, such character will get the precise strike ability. Wait, that's different from this. Perfect strike. Okay. Ooh, Knowledge Arcana 34. Though this magic trap is now old and dysfunctional after centuries of disuse, it would once have irreversibly blinded any thief who gazed upon it. It's evil. So what's this door? Or should I go out here first? I'm gonna go out here first. Because it has loot. Ooh. Lethal Conductor, a dagger. This +5 shock dagger grants its wielder a +5 competence bonus on use magic device skill checks and a +4 competence bonus on touch attack rolls. Okay, it's a +5 weapon. You really don't have any good daggers on you, do you? Oh. Okay, is the Eradicator and Lethal Conductor. Okay. 23 to 26, 26 to 29, 27 to 35, 26 to 29, but 5 attacks. Okay, I like that. That's for Camellia only. I think that's everything for Waldriff, although I realise he's missing one of these. And I really haven't been buffing him like at all. Oh, that's lower down. Okay. So the only place left to go now is through this door. It's just a standing door. You see a sturdy door set in a stone arch in the middle of the room. The location seems rather odd, to put it mildly. Attached to the door is a tiny little metal bell with a braided pull. Examine the door to determine if any spells have been cast on it. You see spells enshrouding both the door and bell. Judging by the nature of the spells, they belong to the Conjuration School. Examine the door closely. This is an ordinary door. Judging by the intricate carvings on the door, it is of elvish make. The bell also appears quite unremarkable. Though the bell is covered in an ornate pattern, there is nothing unusual about this door other than its location. Ring the bell. The door swings open and an ephemeral form appears in the opening. It looks like a soap bubble. On the other side of the door you can just make out the hazy interior of a small, trinket-filled room. The typical ambience of a Golarion inn. Sup, storyteller? Clutching the door handle, a skinny figure falls through the soap bubble. The bubble contracts, then pops, dissolving into thin air. The door slams shut. Cautiously touching the stone floor, the unexpected guest rises slowly to his feet. It seems that the storyteller, for it is undoubtedly him, is quite surprised. Quick save before this conversation. The storyteller's head swivels around in bewilderment, his hands reaching to examine everything around him. Where am I? How did I get here? Who's there? I remember the sound of that breathing. Selena, is that you? Thank the gods it is you. Where are we? And if you don't mind my asking, what brought you here? How did you get here? The storyteller listens intently to the sounds coming from the city. A good question, judging by the demon's speech I hear. We were in the Abyss, correct? Then I suppose I was brought here by a portal. It was most likely activated by you. This portal must have been charmed specifically to deliver me here, from wherever I may have been. I hope it will send me back the same way. You are unlikely to have charmed it this way. If you had, you wouldn't be so surprised by my appearance. This means the spell was cast in the past. In my past. The one I'm looking for. I have to admit, this finding is quite intriguing and perplexing. But this place, where are we? It's a tower, isn't it? Yes, I'm right, a tower. Why did you need this portal? Thanks to you, I now remember that in the past I was the court mage of the Lady in Shadow. It was probably then that I created this portal to conveniently travel from the Abyss to Golarion. I came here looking for information about certain purple crystals, but I found you. The storyteller nods with understanding. You are looking for the heart of the tower. Yes, I studied its capabilities here in Illusionera. You must have seen the socket it was placed in. Unfortunately, the details of my research are hidden from me by the gloom of oblivion. Perhaps if I laid my hands on such a crystal, I would see something else in my past. Do you know where to get one of these? Do they come from mines or maybe from the bottom of the sea? The elf takes out a delicate compass from his bag, the needle of which is slowly but constantly spinning. I sense the power we are looking for. My hands have touched it in the past. In the past I do not remember. I think a little divination will come in handy. I can set this little trifle to help you. Explore the caves here. When you are near the crystal, the compass will let you know. What do you think of Galfrey ordering me to go to the abyss? Ooh, speed. The storyteller purses his lips. I am not a politician or a military leader, but I've seen all sorts in my life. That's why I have some experience and know different stories. The story I'm watching now, it did not strike a chord with everyone. There are many in Dresden who are saddened by your departure for the abyss. There are even some among them who say, though in a whisper, that Galfrey was envious of her commander's glory and was in a hurry to be rid of her. But most do not think this. The majority praises the Queen and expects her to lead them to new victories over the demons. It's quite possible that she will succeed. Right now, as far as I know, Galfrey is actively preparing for an advance to the west, into the heart of the World Wound. I see. The sense of recognition, it's truly astounding. I definitely used to live here, and if there are no other claimants, I'm ready to become the owner of this tower again. Be my guest anytime. How is Galfrey? It's quite impossible to tell by the storyteller's face whether or not he's surprised by your question. She's acting in the manner befitting the Queen standing at the head of the Crusades. As for her spirit, that I do not know, but I could ask her on your behalf if you'd like. Please do. Then I will. Come visit me again after a while and I will tell you her answer. I found a page that might interest you. Another piece here. Ooh, we get more stuff, but I need a quick drink before I read all of this. The storyteller clenches the pages you brought. His voice becomes a bit younger and more energetic. I'm sitting at the top of my tower. In my right hand is a goblet of warmed wine. In my left, a bark-covered notebook. I breathe in the ash floating in the air. The wine leaves the bitter taste of soot on my lips. It's been about 100 years since I returned to Golarion from the Abyss. 100 years spent on research, hard work, and rare journeys. I turn the page of the notebook. The wisdom of the elves and the cunning of Demon Lord Baphomet are gathered here. There is the description of how the purple crystal from Illusionera works, and my own observations about Riftcarver, Demon Lord Discari's scythe. I know everything written in it by heart, but I keep paging through it all the same. Touching these pages makes me hopeful and strengthens my resolve. I have gathered everything I need to connect Golarion with another plane. I'm close to saving the smouldering embers of Golarion, hiding them from Earthfall. Just a little bit more, a decade or 100 years, and everything will be ready for the ritual. A cold shiver runs down my spine, and I smile. Kinney's trying to get into my tower again. A world of ruins presents many opportunities for a thief. Forgotten ancient treasures left by their owners are there for the taking. These objects are not so precious nowadays, but they can fetch a good price on other planes. However, my friend stubbornly continues to try and evade the protective traps of my tower. He got caught, predictable. The tree guards safely entangled Kinney in their branches. You got to the 3rd floor of the tower today. Nice try. I smile, sip my wine, and turn the page of my notebook. My friend will have to wait a little while before he's released. I'll finish my wine first. Storyteller has his priorities. Tell me about Golarion after Earthfall. The storyteller gulps. It's frightening here. Many people have perished. Cities have turned to ruin. The few who are still holding on fall deeper into degradation with each passing day, turning into barbarians or bandits. Not a week goes by without someone trying to attack my tower and rob me. But my spells are strong and my guards are impeccable. Hungry and crippled, the riffraff leave my tower in search of easier pickings. I watch them go and feel no mercy. They deserved their fate. They should have fought like me, but they chose the easy path of plunder. Why does Kinney try to get into your tower? The storyteller shrugs and frowns. All this started with an innocent joke when I boasted to him that my tower was now the safest place on Golarion, and he decided to prove me wrong. It's been 20 years since then, and it's become a very long-running joke. What? Once every few years, Kinney tries to get into my tower secretly and steal something from me. My precious book of research notes, or the heart of the tower, the purple crystal we got in Illusionera. I play along, truly happy every time my friend comes to visit, but deep down I start to worry. Please continue. Kinney takes the goblet from my hands, but is not in a rush to drink it. You would learn so much if you didn't sit here guarding your secrets. He says to me. I smile. Not every secret must belong to the world, my friend. Precious stones lose their shine when they pass through 100 hands. In the same way, knowledge is distorted, and truth turns into tall tales. This is why I sit in my tower guarding what I have created and what I have obtained from others. My friend only shrugs and stops talking, dissatisfied with my answer. I start to think, when did Kinney and I drift apart? He blames me for dragging my feet. He says I should have opened a rift to the other planes as soon as I returned to Golarion. And now it's too late. The jewels of our civilization have already perished, and soon the rest will too. He thinks we've lost, and now my research is simply dangerous. I don't answer his reproaches, for they are somewhat fair. I could have tried to save Golarion 100 years ago, when Nocticula, my former lady in shadow, upheld her part of the bargain and decrypted Baphomet's notes. But instead of fulfilling the goal I set for myself, I decided to spend a little more time on research and preparation. It will take a year, I told Kinney back then. But after a year, I needed 2 more, and then 10 more years. The world was falling apart around me, and I still lingered. The storyteller frowns. Still, why are you taking so long to connect the planes? I don't know. My actions are unclear even to myself. I seem to have burned out. I look at people surviving on Golarion, and I realize I don't want to save them anymore. Who needs a handful of rabble who have already forgotten how to write, who get by with vocabulary of 30 words? I haven't abandoned my idea. Oh no, I will see it through, sooner or later. It is my life's work. I can't just abandon it. But not now. Why is Kinney against opening the portal now? The storyteller frowns. My friend thinks that it's too late, that my experiment in merging the planes will be dangerous for the entire universe. Who knows what consequences the merging will have on the plane I choose? What will happen if I merge Galarian with Heaven and Earthfall happens to it too? Oh, I wonder if he worked with Arilu Vorlesh and they chose the Abyss and Galarian. Before, when Galarian civilizations were still together, we could have overcome, surmounted Earthfall's consequences, but now there is no doubt that only war and death await us after we merge planes. Kinney always supported you before. What changed? I have thought about it many times. Over the years he spent on Galarian, my friend gradually lost the fire in his eyes. His opinions became more and more careful. He stopped rushing into any adventures life offered him. The storyteller sighs. He got old. We both understand that his life as a half-elf is almost over, and I still have several hundred years to live. We realise that soon we must part forever. This thought keeps us from talking like we used to, and making plans for the future. Kinney seems distant. The storyteller is silent for a long while, subdued in his thoughts. The terrible thing is, I don't feel sad. I accept our parting as a given. I condemn myself for this, but can do nothing about it. Kinney will leave me, and I will drink a goblet of warmed wine to remember him. And then I will return to the laboratory to continue my research. My friend has become a stranger to me. Please continue. It happened. What I had been expecting for the last 10 years. What I was ready for. Kinney, my friend, took advantage of my hospitality and stole my research notes. They contain knowledge I gathered over the years from the most dangerous sources, and I have only partially deciphered them. Some of that knowledge will now be lost forever. He didn't even leave a goodbye note. He just left, never to return. I'm standing at the top of the tower with a goblet in my hand. There is no anger, no sadness in my soul, just doomed emptiness and fatigue. I bring my lips to the wine but taste nothing. We go our separate ways from here, my former friend. I used to adore our friendship, looking for approval in your eyes. But now it has become a burden. It dried out like a shriveled orange peel. I inhale deeply, filling my lungs, and toss the wine from the goblet. Entering the laboratory, I open a secret door and take out the real notes, not the skillfully crafted decoy I put for Kinney. I will finish my life's work and merge the planes, even if there is no longer any point. I can't do otherwise. The storyteller runs a tired hand over his face and tries to smile. I feel exhausted suddenly, like I'm feeling the entire weight of all the years I've lived. But this is not the end of my story. I know there are secrets in my past that we are yet to uncover. I'm just going through this again to eliminate it as an option that hasn't been checked. Thank you for your stories. Oh, I found a page. Okay. Really? You can bring it here? No. Please examine the items I'm carrying. Perhaps some of them could tell us a story. Restore the relic for me. Bound of possibility. Achievement unlocked. The legacy. Restore a Relu's magic cloak. What? Dazzling light erupts from the storyteller's hands. The light pulsates, forcing you to squint in pain. And when it finally fades away, you see a thick cloak in the elf's hands. This relic is truly legendary. It has absorbed power that is too heavy for this world. But I have a feeling that this cloak will suit you well. Okay. I suspect it's difficult for you to carry out your mission surrounded by enemies. I would like to help. Unfortunately, I will not be able to bring your allies or reinforcements through this portal. Supplies, however. When I return to Golarion, I will buy some travel necessities. If you need anything, just ring this bell and I will deliver them to you. I need to replenish my supplies. I got something for you from Golarion. Take a look. Okay. Ooh. What's Nordic welcome? In fact, let's just swap to you. Whenever the wielder of this +4 Icy Burst throwing axe hits the enemy for the first time in a round, the enemy must pass a Fortitude saving throw DC 27 or suffer a -3 penalty to damage rolls and become slowed for 1 round. Ah. I may replace Fixed Obsession. What's Icy Burst do? The frost does not harm the wielder. In addition to the extra damage from the frost ability, an Icy Burst weapon deals an extra 1d10 points of cold damage on a successful critical hit. Yeah. I think I'm gonna buy you. What are you? This headband of Charisma +6 grants the wearer an ability to push all enemies in a 15-foot area 10 feet away and suffer 1d8 plus caster level bludgeoning damage. This ability can be used 3 times per day. It's all enemies as well. I may put that on Ember. Ring of Boreal Might. If the wearer of this ring has the ability to cast spells spontaneously, it grants them the ability to cast the following spells: Ice Storm, Cone of Cold, Cold Ice Strike, Ice Body, Polar Ray, and Polar Midnight. Okay. This +4 scale mail grants its wielder a +4 insight bonus to AC against dragons. It would have been useful when I was clearing out your tower before. These gloves grant their wearer additional 1d8 bludgeoning damage on hit with unarmed attacks and a +10 competence bonus on athletic skill checks. This robe grants its wearer a +2 dodge bonus to AC, and only monk can wear it. It's fine. Whoop. $4,000 for all the dinosaur bones. You're damn right I'm taking that. Okay, Nordic welcome. It's timely assistance. Whenever an ally in a 20-foot area of the wearer lands a killing blow, this belt of Constitution +4 makes the wearer's next spell extended as though using the extend spell feat. It also grants the wearer a +4 enhancement bonus to Wisdom. Okay. I'm not sure if that it grants the wearer a +4 bonus to Wisdom is part of this. Take that. I think that's all I'm going to take. But I need to sell a bunch of crap to him. Yeah, as much as I want to use this, it's terrible. Because I would just annihilate my allies. Defiler I have no use for. Let's break a +4. Let's break a +1. Sell you. Sell you. Sell you. I do like keeping... Oh, okay. I don't have anyone using a spear, so I'm selling it. I'm going to sell everything I don't use. I may as well. Maybe. No, I want to keep all the named stuff. Sell you, sell you, sell you, sell you, sell you, sell you. Keep +3s for now. Oh, I can sell you easily. +2. Sell it. Oh yeah, the bound of possibility. I need to look at that. So after all of this, I only owe 9 grand. Do I just buy this anyway? Yeah, sure, why not? What is Spirit Thrasher? Whenever the wielder of this +4 axiomatic quarterstaff expends points from the key pool, which I don't have. I've not really been scribing scrolls. Or making potions anymore. Okay, let's have a look. The bound of possibility. Azata shares a bond with her dragon. 50% damage is redirected to Aivu. In addition, Aivu gets additional DRN, where N is equal to the Azata's mythic rank. Oh. You have yeah, I'm gonna give you this Cult of Violence. Because I'm enraging people, so I want this. Good talk. Oh. Wendwag. Fixed Obsession is what I wanted to replace, I think. Yeah, that's actually doing nothing right now. So this is rather funny because this is also Icy Burst. I'm gonna put that there. So this is quite a lot of damage. 29 to 39. Okay. Yeah, I got that. I'm just double checking I didn't miss anything.
Let us be careful.
We're leaving Darren behind again. I'm just gonna travel while this ad is playing.
Tread lightly.
One second, I just wanted to check something. Yeah, so ability damage. Oh. Well, that's not good. Does everyone have it?
Missed me already.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Swear you better not roll a 1. Thank God. Yeah, I thought she had higher than that. So good. I want the +4 dex and strength for her belt. You counted as a range? Yes, you are. Good. So this still takes effect. Oh, there's a chest. Oh, I've already been to the chest. So there was a... That's the portal. There was a door over here. What was this to? That's a portal. Mage's Tower. The House of Wicked Knowledge. I have no idea what's in here, but we'll find out. Oh, the lock is familiar. These locks are used by monster traders from Katapesh who want to ensure their most powerful beasts stay in their cages. It could be forced, but one delicate twist of a knife and done. Oh, it can't be forced. Okay. Was not expecting this. I'm gonna sit up. A hunt is a clash between the hunter's cunning and the shrewdness of the prey. When the prey expects a trap, the hunter's acumen is put to the test in trying to subvert such expectations. Willardus has proven he understands this fundamental principle. The commander bursts through the front door and freezes. For all the tales about the mansion supposedly becoming a citadel, no one is there to assault the unwanted guests. There are no flying arrows, no chilling battle cries, and the expensive furniture hasn't been turned into makeshift barricades. The commander and her companions carefully examine the luxurious antechamber. There are 2 doors leading deeper into the mansion. One bears a symbol of a mirror, and the other a symbol of a knife. There is a bloody pigeon feather in front of the doors and a note that contains 2 words. Welcome, assassin. Great. The commander recalls that the bloody feather is the symbol of Shax, the blood marquis. Or Marquis. Or Marquis. But it's Marquis. This demon lord is infamous for luring his victims into labyrinths full of deadly traps. The door slams shut loudly behind her. The commander... enters the door with the mirror symbol. Stepping through the doorway, the commander suddenly feels nauseous, and an icy chill runs across her skin. Her intuition screams that she has just passed through an interplanar portal, and she instantly loses all sense of direction and balance. It seems the rooms of this mansion occupy different layers of reality, and these portals unite them into an elaborate labyrinth, where a single wrong turn is enough to lose one's way entirely. Greed and arrogance are traits inherent to almost all demons, and the lord of the mansion seems eager to prove himself without equal in the indulgence of both these vices. The door leads into a magnificent sitting room. It hasn't been furnished in a manner indicative of tasteful refinement. The lamp reflections sparkle on the gilded furniture. The floor is covered in elaborate mosaics. The shelves are full of expensive trinkets. As if all this luxury wasn't enough, the whole room is reflected back again in the giant mirror that covers the entire ceiling. As soon as the commander enters, the mirror's surface ripples, starting to bulge and ooze like molasses. It sends its sticky tendrils toward the outsiders, and a single touch from those appendages pierces the flesh with a sepulchral chill. The commander... evil. I mean... I can't actually fail any of these, but I'm not doing the evil option. I'm going to attempt to break the mirror with a powerful blow. Because I think searching for cover in a place that has a huge mirror taking up one section of the entire room With a furious cry, Selena strikes the mirror with all her might, and the surface shatters with a deafening clang. The shards fall down in a glittering waterfall, smashing into tiny fragments on impact. By right, the trophies from the battlefield belong to the victor. The commander invokes that right and fills her purse with a considerable number of gold trinkets that any merchant would gladly barter for more useful items. There are 3 doors that lead out from the room occupied by the strange carnivorous mirror. The commander decides to open the one bearing the symbol of. I got loot. I'm happy. A crooked knife. Because I want to do stuff in order, if possible. They say that pets reflect the character and disposition of their owners. If this is true, then the lord of the mansion has a truly cruel and perverse disposition. The commander enters a spacious cellar filled with scattered bones and cages. All of them are wide open, and the creatures they once contained are freely roaming the room. They've all come from different planes. Some are monsters, some are mere animals, some are intelligent species, yet all of them shamble around aimlessly. They pant loudly, and drool drips from their slack jaws and open mouths. Their horribly mutilated and scarred heads provide evidence as to the reason for this behaviour. A merciless surgeon has opened their skulls and taken out most of their brains, leaving only the bits that govern the most base instincts, such as hunger. These creatures are very hungry indeed. The commander decides, "Aww." Scare away the monsters. I feel really sorry for them. Selena bursts out of the shadows with a spectacular leap and lands in the centre of the room, where she draws her weapon and quickly puts several of the closest monsters out of their misery. She produces such a wild and bloodthirsty howl that even the mindless wretches are shaken to their core. Squealing pathetically, they hurry back into their cages, huddling in fear. The way is now free. 3 doors lead from the dark cellar, and its oppressive stink of blood and decay. The commander decisively reaches out for the one marked with the symbol of... I've already done mirror. Tooth-filled maw. Everyone makes mistakes. The difference between an amateur and an expert is simply that the expert knows how to hide those mistakes in some deep dark hole. It seems the commander has found the place where the lord of this mansion hides his mistakes. The walls of this room are splattered with blood up to the ceiling, and the floor is shaped like a funnel. There is a stand for steel poles with bloody hooks at their ends. Gravediggers use such tools to drag dead plague victims onto their corpse carts, which is, with a sudden click, the stone floor turns to ice, causing the commander to slip and slide down toward the giant gap in the centre of the room, where it is now possible to discern a maw. It is a giant round mouth with hundreds of long, sharp teeth, a massive throat, and the staggeringly foul odour of hundreds and hundreds of decaying corpses. This maw is a gigantic corpse eater, which gorged itself on the results of failed and unsuccessful experiments. The commander dies. I mean, perception is the only one that I can fail at. Athletics tries to restrain the monster by wedging a steel pole between its jaws. Selena grabs a metal pole with a hook that must have that must have been used to drag corpses and rushes forward to wedge it between the monster's jaws, keeping its mouth open. The monster wheezes, trying with all its might to shut its jaws, but the thrashing only makes the steel sink deeper into its slimy flesh. Eventually, the monster will snap the pole in half, but at least this daring feat allows Selena some precious time to escape the room. Slowly but surely digging her heels into the slippery surface of the ice, the commander manages to escape the monster's maw and climb up a safe distance toward the wall. The pole creaks and bends in the horrible jaws, and the commander quickly retreats from the room. 3 doors with different symbols lead from the monster's lair. Upon reflection, the commander decides to open the one bearing the symbol of... Ooh, these are all different. A pair of scales. No matter how gleefully the lord of this place mutilates flesh, he is first and foremost a scientist. And the scientist, by definition, is a madman who can put to shame any giggling maniac with a knife. Therefore, it comes as no surprise that his laboratory is furnished with care and order. And there is no hint of the tawdry luxury found in the other rooms. There is a multitude of flasks and vials with potions resting on the tables, and the cupboards are full of jars containing brains of all shapes and colours. As soon as the door closes behind the commander's back, a huge silvery autoclave opens with a wheezing clang, emitting a wave of foul-smelling brine. A hideous homunculus covered in glistening slime crawls out of the autoclave. Its liquid, malleable body constantly grows new limbs, eyes and mouths, absorbing the bits and pieces it no longer requires. It seems the monster can't decide what shape it should take. It stares at the commander with malevolent intelligence. It seems it has better mental faculties than most alchemically produced creatures. The homunculus giggles repulsively as it grabs a vial full of acid and aims it at the commander's head. The commander... I don't think I can fail any of these, no. But I'm going to go for me. Starts throwing flasks of potions at the homunculus while trying not to touch any really dangerous substances. The barrage of flasks, vessels and other laboratory wares forces the homunculus to retreat behind the bulk of the autoclave and defend itself from there. Selena grabs a round corked vial with frost on the inside. Taking careful aim, she launches the projectile right at the monster's hiding place. A pale blue flash lights up the laboratory, and the homunculus is instantly frozen to the autoclave, covered in a thick layer of ice. It desperately grows 2 extra mouths for its final deathly scream. The commander uses this chance to search the laboratory and manages to procure an entire satchel of useful potions and balms. Stepping over the wreckage of expensive lab equipment and shattered glass, the commander pauses before the 3 doors and eventually chooses the one with the symbol of... a potion of heal. Jesus. A full moon. Ooh, I passed the law nature check. The commander enters a magnificent bedroom and ends up knee-deep in a seemingly bottomless pile of soft blankets, fuzzy rugs, plump feather beds, and other covers of all sorts and shapes. They allure and promise the sweetest dreams, if only Selena would lie down and close her eyes. It's a dangerous temptation. Anyone who allows these fluffy killers to put them to sleep won't wake up ever again. They will crawl over their victim, piling up around them, and then suffocate and smother them to death. Carving through a feather bed with her blade, the commander sees glistening flesh and a thick ichor oozes out from the rend in the fabric, yet no book has ever mentioned such strange, bizarre creatures. The commander can only guess that this is the result of a strange experiment on some predatory swarm organism that disguises itself as something harmless, and then preys on those it lures close. The commander decides that the best decision would be fire. Start a fire. I'm gonna find and destroy the leader of this strange swarm. The rugs bleed when carved up with a blade. They are a swarm or a pack, and therefore may have a leader. Selena surges forward, allowing the hungry mass to smother and bury her under its weight, while she doggedly presses ahead. At last she finds a large purple cluster of flesh that resembles a giant brain. When touched, it wobbles and quivers like jelly. Selena splits it open with a single decisive blow, and the wounded creature emits a barely audible, high-pitched squeal. The rug swarm bulges and convulses in pain, dying in terrible agony. It would seem these creatures had an invisible link, and destroying the brain doomed the whole brood. Ooh. The commander decides to search the place. Who knows what secret compartments have been hidden beneath this repulsive mass of fabric and flesh. The search reveals a disguised niche, and inside it is a stack of papers. These are the journals of a mad surgeon who researched the brains of living creatures. The experiments described on the pages are as repulsive as they are enlightening for anyone who isn't too squeamish to finish the reading. 3 doors with different symbols lead from the master bedroom. The commander decides she would rather take her chances behind the one with, I only have 2 options out of 3. A boiling cauldron. And I need a drink because this is so much talking in these sections. The commander walks into an enormous kitchen. There are massive cauldrons with shiny polished sides, and a tiny green flame flickers within a magical oven. The aroma of delicious spices beckons from the countless cupboards and shelves that line the walls. However, as soon as the commander enters the room, the cauldrons' lids fly up into the air, blown off in powerful explosions. A nasty greyish-pink slime oozes out of the open cauldrons, swelling up like dough. The slime flows down onto the floor, gathering up into massive clotted clusters, which then begin to crawl toward the commander. Selena has never seen or read about such creatures before. It is reasonable to suggest that this was the outcome of a complicated and perverted magical experiment. This carnivorous slime was captured in a cave, subjected to magical transformation, and fed entirely with brain tissue. The commander searches the kitchen for a poisonous concoction to use against the carnivorous slime. Avoiding the slime's attacks, Selena rummages in the drawers until she finds what she was looking for. A few copper flasks filled with caustic salt. She jumps on the table and generously spills the salt around herself. The moment a single grain of salt lands on the slimy monster, the creature begins to bubble, darken and shrivel. In a matter of moments, all that remains of the creature is a glistening, oily film on the floor. After meticulously examining the food on the undisturbed shelves, the commander decides to rest. She takes the opportunity to recuperate and bandage her wounds. It is thinking ahead rather than rushing forward recklessly that separates able tacticians from those who rashly press on and perish. The doors lead from this kitchen, where it is apparently easier to be eaten than to eat. The commander chooses the one that is marked with the symbol of... Didn't I already do the full moon? Yeah, so the blazing fire. The commander finds herself in a long stone passage. No traps are triggered by her careful steps, yet at the end of the passage her vision grows blurry. The illusion of safety falls apart like a house of cards, revealing an endless fiery field, ashen mountains, rivers of lava and magmatic volcanoes. Hot wind scorches her face. It is not difficult to conclude that this deadly place is the elemental plane of fire. Ashen volcano tremble beneath the commander's feet, but walking on it seems safe enough for now. The only escape route in the distant three-way arch of rough-hewn stone containing the three familiar doors. However, in order to reach it, the commander must find a way past the river of fire, in which tiny islets of porous stone are just barely visible, or islets probably. The river spews out tongues of roaring flame that land on the banks and crystallize into dark glass. As a result, both banks of the river have become steep, jagged cliffs of obsidian. The commander has nothing left to do but... I mean, I can do all of them. To cross using the rocks scattered about the place. Selena oversees the bridge construction. Soon the river of lava is dammed up with a flimsy makeshift barricade of black rocks pulled from the banks. Molten lava licks at the obsidian dam, rising higher and higher, and threatening to overwhelm it altogether. And yet Selena is a capable builder. The flimsy dam collapses only after the fiery river has been safely crossed. After reaching the stone portals, the commander has to decide which of the three doorways to enter. Eventually she settles on the one with the symbol of a rod. The door doesn't budge. The commander forces it open with her weight and enters the same hall where this dangerous expedition first began. The cosy, comfortable setting in no way hints at the nightmares that awaited the commander inside the mansion. The door outside is wide open, and through the doorway dark figures can be seen clutching weapons. All of this was nothing but a warm-up. The final decisive battle is still to come. The commander prepares for a fight as she steps outside the accursed mansion. Well then, it's a rather elaborate trap. Hello? Game? Anytime now. There we go. Willidus, the leader of this gang of demons, is grotesquely disfigured, even by the standards of the Abyss. A disproportionately large and bloated head rests on a tiny disformed body covered in bumps and furrows, like a shriveled walnut. What seems at first to be a mane of hair standing up on end is revealed upon closer inspection to be bone needles sticking out from his pale blistered skin. Where the mouth should be, there is instead a bony plate, formed from yellowing teeth that have grown together. It It protrudes out from his torn, lacerated lips. His voice appears to come from a slobbering, undulating hole in his neck, just beneath his chin. More bloody lava showing up at my place? I'm getting very tired of these visits. What a freak! Even I feel somewhat conflicted. Would killing this creature be an act of cruelty or mercy? I do not wish to show mercy to the scum that set me up. Who are you? A snort of derision escapes from the creature's throat, and he makes a dismissive gesture with his hand, his dirty nails curling into long, thin spirals. You don't even know who you've decided to challenge. Let these words herald your imminent death, outsider. I am Willidus, the wizard confidant and advisor to the Lady in Shadow. I am also known as the Vivisector. Greyboar smirks, not bothering to hide his contempt. So many words. I'll simply call you a corpse. Less impressive sounding, perhaps, but easy to remember. Why did you turn your house into a trap? I was expecting assassins, and therefore I prepared a warm welcome for such guests. I trust you appreciated my vivarium. When I am finished with you, you'll become a new decoration for my palace, and another test for those who follow. You will be mine. Some of you will be mindless pets, and the more attractive ones I may use you to meet other needs. The monstrosity giggles lecherously, and the sound is shrill and repulsive, like metal against glass. Did you create the monsters I found in the mansion? The demon cackles with glee and replies scornfully. You call them monsters, silly girl. What can you possibly know about it? Those are masterpieces of vivisection, impossible creations conceived not by nature, but born of my scalpel, needle, and magic. So who do you think wants you dead? My enemies are many and dangerous, and I could spend an eternity guessing, but there's no need for that. Once I've killed you, I'll soak your warm little brains in my concoctions and read the names of my enemies like tea leaves in their wrinkled patterns. And then I'll have a lovely dinner. There is a greedy predatory gleam in those tiny eyes, buried deep within the folds of wrinkled flesh. Why did you put a hit out on Darazand and give Greyboar a faulty magical weapon? The demon hisses in frustration, spittle flying from the hole in his neck. Nonsense! Why would I want that idiot dead? What possessed him to think I'm the one who put a hit out on him? And how dare you pathetic amateurs even think that a scheme of mine might possibly fail? If I truly wanted to kill Darazand, he'd be long gone. But no, I don't give a damn about anyone from that swarm of locusts. I expected such an answer. For some reason, whenever I corner these scoundrels and demand a reckoning, none of them are brave enough to own up to their crimes, and they never go quietly when I slit their throat. What do you think, Greyboar? The dwarf shrugs and says thoughtfully, Usually I'm quite capable of detecting lies, but this ugly wretch is impossible to read. And why does it matter anyway? Even if he's not lying, we'd do well to get rid of him. He just tried to kill us in his mansion. Besides, will you ever sleep well knowing this monstrosity is alive somewhere? Your words reek of deceit. The demon's cloudy eyes flare with anger, and his smug giggles give way to a low, menacing growl. Soon we shall find out what your tiny, ridiculous worm-eaten brain smells like. Kill her. The dwarf grins ominously and he looks at the demon. There is no mercy in his eyes. I won't lie, I've been waiting for this moment. Tomorrow morning my reputation will be spotless once again. Sweet dreams. Sure, just go straight for Willidus. Okay. Hozala. The projection is that of a tall female demon. Unlike many of her kind, she seems slimmer and less stocky in build. Upon closer examination, you realise that her thinness is caused by extreme emaciation, which makes her look like a withered tree. The skin on her neck and wrists bears the marks of shackles, and her body is covered with flaming seals of Baphomet. Lowering her eyes, the demon addresses you quietly. Allow me to congratulate you. The short work you've made of Willidus proves you are a true professional. I am Horzala, and on behalf of the Assassin's Guild, I congratulate Greybor on completing this contract. You have fulfilled the order we received for Willidus's murder, and therefore you have the right to collect the bounty, even though you are not a guild member yourself. I'm sure you also have many questions about what happened. I doubt our guild is hard to find. There is a notice board at its entrance where the assassination contracts are posted. Who are you? I am Horzala, Baphomet's daughter. The projection looks you in the eye and adds in an aggrieved whisper. Horzala, not Hepsamira. She is my elder sister, but I doubt you are able to appreciate the true extent of my misfortune. I am also known in Alushanera as the assistant and right hand of Yoz, the head of the Assassin's Guild. Do you know what happened here? I may know a thing or two, but we should discuss these matters inside the guild, not in public. Who's going to overhear us? The corpses? Why don't you come here and speak to us face to face instead of projecting an illusion? Or are you afraid we won't like your answers, and will make you join Willidus? At the sight of the demon's sour expression, Greybor gives an aggressive snort. Why not both, puncher of kittens? Also, hi, how are you today? I hope you're doing well. We'll pay a visit to the Assassin's Guild soon. Thank you for your answer. The bounty awaits you. I am not sure what reward awaits us, but I truly hope it's a considerable sum of gold and not a meagre payment served up at the end of a blade. But now on to more important things, the loot. What did Willidus have? Ooh, some shinies. Willidus had Wind Breath and Windfall. This belt grants its wearer a +1 luck bonus on attack rolls and all saving throws. Or Windfall. Okay. Okay, and Wind Breath. This amulet grants a +4 morale bonus to the wearer's initiative checks. Okay. Windfall is rather good being a luck bonus. But I kind of prefer the stat belts. And attack rolls and saving throws. The thing is, all these give damage as well. Yeah, so while that is nice-ish, I'm not going to bother. What helm do you have? Inspired Wisdom. Oh, screw it. Have a +6 to Wisdom. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, wait a minute. think breath weapon DC 25. I want to say that's maybe charisma based. So let's quickly do this. $28. All right then. It's definitely something I need to remember. The crystal flickers rhythmically like a heartbeat. If you look at it long enough, you start to feel like you're seeing the pulse of Elutionera itself. Been in there. I need to get to the mines, but that's something I need to do at the end, I think. Okay, I need to find Savannah-Lac. And I need to go to the Assassin's Guild. Now, I saw the Assassin's Guild pop up on the map in the lower city. Hi, Pernt. How are you today? I hope you're well. And yeah, why not both? Listed as portal. Whoa. That is a cool view. Definitely not what's intended, but that's just how the maps work in this place. You do this and it meets. Are you having one of those days where you're just existing? Because I can relate to that. I'm doing okay. Purple fog, just like the moon in the night sky, is a product of the will of the Lady in Shadow. She could give her realm any appearance, and she has chosen this one. Hashtag purple guy. Yeah. I relate to that, but so now the portal is there. Okay. Bringing me. Will you shut up? It feels to be like there should be like a lot more to the map, like over here. I even see some stuff over here. But I think I need to travel. Oh, I need to go up the portal. Up. Yep, need to go up here. And then we need to go all the way over here. I do need to visit this place at some point as well. While this map is cool, it's tiresome. Waiting. And waiting. Oh yeah, to the Rapture of Rupture. The portal. Oh. Loot, you say? Mind if I do? Hey, more dinosaur bones. Awesome. I probably should have saved.
Be careful, everyone.
The abyss is for demons.
Attack.
Oh, hello. Shadow Wing. Go back to the shadows. I hope we had some good loot. You had no loot? I am disappointed. I am very disappointed. You have a unique name. Why don't you have loot?
I'm gone.
Oh, that's down there. Oh, it's the tree. Can I go down here? Oh, I can. Why are you all invisible? I feel like someone who's called Watchful Conspirator is going to attack me. So let's go and talk. What was that noise? Oh, that was them summoning a golem. Oh, when do I got wrecked and I missed it completely?
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Magritio Turinos!
So did Ivu.
Magritium Turinos!
Although Ivu may have got wrecked because of me. Where is all the loot? Oh, there's some loot. Ooh, locked as well. Oh. He is here. I can feel him. And these gates, their locks are made of the bones of my tribesfolk and will only open to someone from my tribe. Savamalek is hiding here. How do you feel? Like I'm dancing on the tip of an arrow, mistress. If I lose control just for a moment, I will lose myself, swept away in the bloody madness that is raging in my heart, but I will hold it together as long as I can. Are you sure you're ready to enter? Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. Let's kill him, gut him, scratch out his eyes, rip off his jaw, let his blood shower us like rain. Slow down there, let's prepare. Wendweg snarls impatiently, but restrains herself after a look from you, gritting out the words, yes, not now, as you wish. Does I need to buff? Let's quick save. Let's do short buffs. I should probably actually do his mutagens. Strength and dexterity. Minus intelligence and wisdom. Yeah. Minus penalty to charisma and wisdom. That's probably the better one for him. Constitution, strength, that's fine. Constitution and dex. Yeah, dex and constitution. And that is going to last an hour and 40 minutes. Okay. And we are hasted. Probably not for long now that I'm thinking it. Oh, 57 seconds left of haste. Okay. Lucianera's arrogant aristocrat. Let's enter real
Follow my
quick
steps.
before they attack us, most likely. Loot door. Oh, okay. Savamaleck. The demon's grim figure, which resembles a skeleton with glossy skin stretched over it, hovers above you. A sea of eyes glitter hungrily in the darkness. The mongrels have been trained well, and they make not a sound as they await their master's order to attack. The stinger, crowned with a drop of bloody poison, is pointed at Wenduag. I can see you, my lost child. I felt you from afar and called you. Good girl, come and kneel before me. I'm not a good girl. The growl catches in the huntress's throat. Oily tears seep from Wenduag's eyes, painting her face with glistening black streaks. She lets out an inarticulate, crazed howl. Then, who are you? Just my pet. All of you are my little pets, my creatures, and I am your creator. Wasn't I the one who nurtured you, child? Would you like to have another taste of my poison, sinking your teeth into a helpless victim and feeling it wash over your tongue? Or are you strong enough to take it from my stinger? Come, and I'll give it to you. It will be sweet and possibly lethal, but you will have such power if you survive. I gave you everything. Strength, food, a path. So who am I to you? Your blood is whispering the truth to you, isn't it? You, creator. You are our creator. You are our strength. Wenduag clenches her fists so hard they crack, her eyes rolling and her body shaking in ecstatic convulsions. Wenduag, are you all right? The huntress hunches strangely, as if preparing to leap. Disjointed rambling pours forth from her lips. Fight, blood, I want blood. All right. She has never been better. I am calling to my blood and it is answering. It is seething in her veins, whispering kill. It promises the sweet taste of raw meat and the hot splash of blood on your face, horrifying screams and quivering flesh in your claws. Could you resist that? What do you mean you made them, Savamaleck? Mongrels are descended from crusaders who were poisoned by demon filth. He is the demon filth. Savamaleck's whitish eyes stare at Wenduag, greedily drinking in every convulsion that ravages the raging huntress's body. Yes, and I was the corruption. I was the sweet bile that poisoned them. I'll tell you a story, my naive commander. A long, long time ago, when stupid mortals thought that one crusade would be enough, angels came down from heaven to fight among you. Quariel, a child of light, led a troop of crusaders deep into the wound. Wenduag echoes Savamaleck, slurring. They tore, devoured, drank blood, drank poison. I remember, I feel. They walked for many days and lost their way. The wasteland seemed a labyrinth to them, as if someone had confused them on purpose. They ran out of food and water. Despair and incredible rabid hunger overtook them. Only Quariel kept going and demanded the same of them. And then one of the crusaders said, "He is a stranger, this angel. He is not one of us. If we kill and eat him, he won't be missed, and his holy flesh will give us the strength to get out of here. See how he walks so briskly, without tiring, we will gain his strength. The other Crusaders were terrified, but the more their hunger tormented them, the more eagerly they looked upon Quarriel. And one night in the darkness, they did what they had talked about, and the one who planted this idea in their heads dealt the first blow. And when the feast was over, I shed my Crusaders' guise and assumed my true form. I told them I was letting them go home, but that my brand, a brand of sin, would stay with them and their children forevermore. My poison would flow in their veins, and when I gave the order, they would come to me. So the mongrel ancestors weren't noble Crusaders. They are fallen, sinners who committed a great and disgusting atrocity. They destroyed a child of light and do not deserve to see the sun, banished to darkness, doomed to starvation and deformity. The mongrels belong here with me. Flesh imbued with my poison is the only food they need. Serving me is the only life they deserve. No, we are not outcasts, we are survivors. We are those who had power, resilience, determination, not renegades, but predators. Yes, my clever child, you are the strongest and most resilient. Sentient beasts created and bred to fight. That is why I value you so much. During our last encounter, the mongrels didn't cry black tears when you called them. Do you really think my powers are as crude as that? In the caves I summoned those I chose. Here I am calling to the blood of all my children. I am calling to the sin of their ancestors, so that old promise to return them to my side. No one can resist this call. The demon grins, and you, Commander, cannot resist the call of duty. Oh god. They're FPS console players. This is why you are here, and not in your fortress. Where did you get these mongrels from? Didn't you flee Neathholm alone with your tail between your legs? Oh, Commander, don't assume you are the only one with a loyal army. I have been gathering my children for years. Those who were assumed to have been lost in the caves, in truth, found their true home. Do you recognize their faces, Wenduag? The huntress looks over the crowd of mongrels with glassy eyes. Rillo, Old Gorum, good warriors, I remember them. Many thousand gongs have passed since you went hunting and returned with prey for the tribe. I remember you, although I was just a child back then. And you, how did you get here? Wenduag points at a big mongrel, but old but still strong. You recognize him, though many years have passed, don't you? Father and daughter meet again. Now you are family, not only because of the blood in your veins, but because of my poison mixed with it. And you can reunite. You never thought you'd see him again, did you, child? Well, this is a gift to you. My poison doesn't kill mongrels, it gives them a long life. I take care of my servants. I will take care of those who remained in Dresden too. Do you see how generous I am, child? Thank your creator. Horror and astonishment win out over the rage consuming Wenduag's soul. Stunned, she stares at the man before her, whispering, Father, but you went missing during a hunt. Why didn't they tell me? Why? The traces of fear in her voice give way to a bestial growl. Set your father free, Wenduag, now! So stupid. He's a good servant, one of the best. You know how many mortals he has killed for me? How he tore them into pieces with his bare hands? He has good blood, and his daughter does too. They both will be mine, as those before them were, as those after them will be. Wenduag, listen to my voice. You must wake up. The huntress gives a start and looks at you without recognition. Kill your creator, Wenduag, and his strength will be yours. Wenduag gives a start, then smiles rapaciously, looking at Savamalek. Yes, it will be mine. Your blood, your power, your poison. I will take it all. Enough talking. And I'd just start playing. I will wait until we do this, because I don't know what the fight's going to be like. It's probably going to be short either way. So I'm going to have a snack during this ad break and a drink. Okay. Not long to go now. And I can't wait for next week, because I have a week off work and I'm looking forward to it. So I'm probably going to do longer streams next week. Although apparently the people that are re-tiling my roof might start work at the back end of next week. So that's a thing that I might have to deal with. 3, 2, 1, go. Enough talking, it's time you paid for everything. And I do mean you're going to give me all the loot that you have, all the money that you have. Oh no, Commander. While I did receive mythic power from my master, I'm not in the mood to fight now. It's time for me to visit my children in Dresden, the city you abandoned. Without me, they are wandering in darkness, but I will give them power. Too bad you won't be able to follow me. We'll literally be worlds apart. Wenduag gives a start and raging greed awakens in her voice. No, these warriors, they belong to me. All of you are mine. You and those behind you, and those standing here right now. Savamalek makes a gesture and mongrels assume threatening stances. Choose, child. You either become one of my servants or die at their claws. Turning casually to his warriors, Savamalek says, kill. The mongrels let out a wild roar, but Wenduag responds with mad and bloodthirsty laughter. You want to kill me? Come on. Ah, can't target him at all. Oh, it wasn't lying when it said there was a bunch of eyes. Okay, well, we are going to do this first of all. +3 to AC, okay. I think I'm still buffed, so these are gonna just run around everywhere. Wendoag is just throwing axes like a mad runner. Look at her go. Having 3 sneak attackers is a bit overkill. Breathing heavily, Wendoag doesn't even try to wipe the blood splatter from her face. Her eyes quickly lose their crazed look. So who else wants to fight? No one? Savamaleck, where did he go? He said something about Drezen. My warriors. Mistress, he wants to take my warriors away from me. We must go back. Are you all right now? Wendoag wipes away the black streaks left by her tears. I'm feeling better, mistress. My mind is clear. Glad you were able to overcome Savamaleck's poison. You hear a hint of mulish arrogance in Wendoag's weary voice. You didn't doubt me, did you, mistress? I'm not going to say that. Do you believe what Savamaleck said about your ancestors? He wasn't lying, I can sense it. When he talked, it's like I was there. I tasted the meat, that poison on my tongue. I think it actually happened. Our traditions have always been harsh, and now I understand better where they stem from. It's not up to us to judge them. We weren't in their position. They made their choice, mistress. If I had been in their place, I'd have done the same. I know you would. Your father was in Savamaleck's retinue, right? Wendoag's face freezes, and she is silent for a long time, looking at the corpse lying nearby. Yes, mistress, that is him, my father. Do you grieve for him? I don't know. I did a long time ago when he went missing. It's hard to bury someone twice in your heart, but it's bitter. Wendoag turns away. What was he like? He was... I don't remember. The last time I saw him, it was so many gongs ago. I know more about him from the stories of others. He was a tough chief, a skilled hunter, a good husband. The huntress pauses and then, looking you straight in the eye, says reluctantly, he was big. In my memories, he's always been the biggest and the strongest. How did he go missing? Just like many others, he went hunting and disappeared. That kind of thing is common in the caves. We didn't know it was because of Savamaleck's servants, not wild predators. And then, when I served Horsilla, I wasn't letting on the secret. A grim silence hangs after Wendoag's words, filled with the promise of a cruel death. I'm sorry for your loss. Wendoag jerks her chin up, saying decisively, death comes for all. Life shouldn't be wasted on weeping for the dead. We can't return to Golarion now, but in Drezen your kin are safe. You're probably right, he won't come to Drezen openly. If he dares to take my army, I'll shove his own stinger down his throat. Can you all just please step out of the goddamn acid? I don't think there was anything of note. Said step out of the acid. I was hoping you wouldn't be close enough. Oh, there's a trap. Wall Jeff. Oh, this was probably a trap that I triggered during the fight. Right, run! Hello?
We should prepare.
Waves of exhaustion. Good. All because I couldn't get near the loot.
Let us go.
Is that all of it? Okay. So I came up here. I didn't go in this room. Oh. Just a bunch of bodies out in the hallway. Everything's fine. Wait, I can't open this door now? Huh. Quick save. I'm sure that was a door that I could open. Let's just do a hard save. Because I'm really interested now. That was a lot of minutes away. I could have sworn that was a door I could open. If it isn't, I'll just reload my hard save.
I'm gone.
Oh no, I couldn't open the door. Well then, reload. I thought it was a door. Well, I thought it was an openable door. I don't want to miss anything, especially loot.
I'm gone.
So now there's steps that go down here. Ooh, this is swanky. Pick the lock.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Ooh, fatal mark. The owner of this quiver can use it to shoot 30 units of ammunition every day. On hit, this ammunition marks its targets and creates an invisible bond among them. Whenever the wielder hits a marked enemy, all other marked enemies within a 30-foot radius suffer 2d6 damage. Oh, that's interesting.
Follow my steps.
It's interesting, but I don't think it's really useful. What? Will it? Why? Why is a corpse receiving
Let's head out.
ability score damage? I think this is going to be a fight. Hey Thrall, enough slack. What are these? A Galu warmonger? Why am I always in the center?
Attack!
Sorry. What? Who the hell just crit Greyball for 309 damage? with extended range. $48d6. What? Hang on a second. Breath of Life. Someone needs to wreck him.
Retreat is not an option. Flaw in our tactics.
Faint.
Are you even casting? Oh, it's... I understand why. It's... I can't possibly bring him back with that much negative damage.
I require healing.
Problem is, these are technically dead. I'm gonna reload. Because, god damn, that was a lot of damage. To instantly just wreck a character like Greyboar just because of a crit. I know I'm not with my usual party setup, but damn, that was ridiculous. Okay. At least we're all hasted.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Wait, heal mass? Oh good god, did not realise I had picked that. Actually no, I probably got that for free.
Let us bide our time.
Oh, skip the
What
pleasantries.
aspect is personal, right? Yeah, damn it, I wish I could cast this on someone else.
Should we proceed?
Practice makes perfect.
You need me. Good.
I welcome your company.
Okay, let's quick save that. I need to absolutely destroy him.
Some fun.
Why am I so weak?
Yeah, why did you just get absolutely wrecked like that?
Agritio Magritio Durinos! Ronda Gratio Ronda!
He just straight up died. Because I think he ran away instead of healing.
Gratior! Magritio Durinos!
Do it again.
Amrata Gratior! Magritio Durinos!
Okay, she's back. But everyone else is wrecked.
I feel faint.
Well, I'll count that as a win. Kinda.
Where do you want me?
Shame when do I died, but eh. Okay, what did you have? Kinetic diadem. I don't use them. Oh, is that what you did to me? To hit me so damn hard? That's probably what you did.
Rules are made to be broken.
Well, I count that as a win. Kinda. Did I never leap you? Okay. Now how do I get up to here? Spotted a trap somewhere. Oh.
I'm gone.
How do I get up to the top? Without just dimension dooring? I guess I'll dimension door. Oh god damn it, I have no spell slots. Eh? What is my charisma? Why is it? Oh, ability drain. Okay.
Missed me already.
Magritium Durinos!
Permanent ability drain.
Magritium
Fine.
Durinos!
Let's waste 10 diamond dust. Okay.
We should
Now
move.
I can cast it.
Esmo, access, yes.
The whole world almost moved on me then. Hold
Don't
your
mind me.
Ooh. Fine, let's use the expert pick lock. I haven't used pick
This is my kind
lock
of work.
picks in a while. Ooh, crumpled demon helmet. A mangled helmet that clearly crowned the head of a demon. A high-ranking one at that. It seems to have been clawed off, leaving scraps of dried skin crusted onto the steel. A true antiquities expert could reveal more about the helm. Also glasses. Goggles of piercing gaze. Oh.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Is your persuasion? Not good. You definitely have the highest, so... where are the goggles? Gloves of the Ambassador. Oh, right. So he's just getting +5 persuasion, so he's still at +40. That's fine. How do I even get up here? I see loot right there.
Our duty calls.
Esmo, access, yes.
Ivory dice. Okay.
The road awaits.
Really? I can't teleport down there because I can't see it probably. So I have to waste
Esmo, access, yes.
my spell slots.
Esmo, access, yes.
I bet there's just going to be an easy way of doing this. That fight sucked so much.
Follow my steps.
I am going to need to rest soon. Like, very soon. You are surrounded by the sound of a melodious voice that seems to be coming from the stone pillars all around you. Greetings, esteemed guest. Are you here to seek the hospitality of the illustrious Lady Velexia, or are you here on other business? Goes. I want to. I think I'm going to go back to the Nexus really quick and change up my party. And rest. Actually, let's go to the flesh markets because of the Assassin's Guild and hopefully complete that quest. The Assassin's Guild was labelled here. Is it now open to me? Okay, portal up. Hate it that it switches my camera that direction. I want to say it was this door, but I wasn't allowed in. There was no entrance. I saw it and thought there was no entrance. Assassins won't work for less. Go hire a couple of thugs in the lower city. Your pockets are empty. Okay. Well then, this seems like a dangerous place. don't think we have much to discuss. You have fulfilled your task and thus are no longer of interest to me. The demon standing before you clearly has a penchant for jewellery. His fingers are covered in rings, 3 gold chains encircle his neck, and 4 bejewelled earrings sparkle in each of his ears. However, such exquisite adornments are not enough to hide the fact that he is a hardened warrior and a ruthless killer. His face and hands are covered in long, badly healed scars, and he moves as gracefully as the most skilled swordsman. The demon's lips curl into a satisfied sneer as he greets you loudly. Look who's here, it's the arrogant Galarian who disposed of our poor Willidus. He catches your eye and frowns slightly, giving a pointed glance toward his bodyguards. You aren't about to do something really stupid and start a massacre here, right? Can we just talk? Who are you, the leader of this gang of assassins? The demon gives a dignified nod. Yes, and I'm proud of it. The Abyss is full of butchers and monsters, so anyone who chooses to be an assassin among monsters and butchers commands a high level of respect. If they live long enough to make a name for themselves, of course. My guild attracts assassins from many planes. No one hires us for simple things like murdering noisy neighbours or cutting the throat of a cheating merchant. As I'm sure you know, it's easier and cheaper to do that yourself, and there's no need to get assassins involved. No, if someone turns to an assassin, it means that the victim is a dangerous, cunning and well-protected target. I've heard a lot about you, Yoz. You're the head of a highly reputable guild that operates on many planes besides the Abyss. Many of my colleagues would consider it an honour to work alongside you, unlike myself. Nod toward the projection. This horn thing is one of yours, isn't it? Hosler? Yes, this little demoness is one of my most useful servants. Besides, it's so very prestigious to have a daughter of Baphomet working under you. Yoz glances at the horned demon with a mix of condescension. There we go, words are hard today. And possessiveness. She stares fixedly at the floor. Ooh, this is why I wish I had a Rochelet. The projection bows deeply, staring down at the floor. Yes, master, I am your servant. It's hard to believe that a Nephilim and daughter of a demon lord could sound so meek and submissive. Tell me the truth right now. Yoz raises his hands apologetically. Several rings glitter on his fingers. Fine, fine. I was the one who actually gave Greyboar assignments. I needed to light a little fire underneath this cauldron where so many minions of demon lords are being mixed together. I ordered him to murder those demons in Canabras, and I put a hit out on Darazand, although that ugly idiot didn't bother me at all. But he was an ugly idiot indeed, and a vengeful one to boot. That's why I gave Greyboar a dagger that was only supposed to wound the Balor, and that is why using Willidus's name was important. It was the perfect hand of cards. Darazan survived after suffering a painful, humiliating wound by a mortal's hand. No offence, of course. The Balor couldn't simply let that go, and so he started a vendetta against Willidus, dragging other Deskarites into it. And that was my goal all along, because Willidus was my real target, a target that was very difficult to reach. Yoz seems to revel in his own cleverness. He smirks and smiles with smug satisfaction. The dwarf gives a grim chuckle and whispers loudly enough to be heard. People like you are why us assassins have such a lousy reputation. No respect for agreements. There's no chaotic option. You use me to commit a contract killing. It's disgusting. Yoz bursts out laughing, revealing his sparkling diamond-covered teeth. How delightfully scrupulous of you. Are you suddenly disgusted at all the blood on your hands just because you killed Willidus for me and not for yourself? What concerns me is not the contract killing itself, but the fact I haven't yet been paid a single coin. You are the head of the Assassin's Guild. Why didn't you send your underlings after Willidus? Yours grimaces slightly and replies with visible displeasure. Who says I didn't? I lost a number of capable killers. He collects himself quickly and the arrogant smile returns to his face. And yet, as you can see, I found a more elegant and economical way to execute this plan. I won't lie to you, this kind of plotting makes me very proud of my own guile. My assistants made sure that every lava in this city knew about the bounty on Willidus's head. I knew that Greyboar returned to Alucionera and decided to use him once more. Just like poor Darazand, he had no idea he was merely a pawn of mine. Just as I envisioned, you didn't linger and paid Willidus a visit. I had no doubt that Paranoic would try to kill anyone who crossed his doorstep. But I expected you to overcome him, and I was right. Greyboar snorts derisively. I thought your guild had the best contractors. After hearing your story, they sound like amateurs to me. Why did you do all this? For money and power, of course. This has been my primary motivation for many years now. Somebody wanted that old woodlouse dead, and clever yours has fulfilled their wish, with the expectation of being showered in privileges and treasures. You're getting a share of those privileges and treasures, by the way. I trust you're not going to refuse the reward provided for freelance operatives. Trust me, the sum is considerable. Yours turns his attention to Greyboar and adds, I haven't forgotten about you either. You'll be rewarded in proportion to your truly astonishing lethality. Oh, I'll take the gold, don't you worry. 100,000? How much did you get out of this? The demon flashes his perfect, sharp teeth and then snaps his fingers. Suddenly a thick purse appears in front of you, smelling of exquisite perfume. I had no doubt we'd come to an understanding. After all, we share a common language, the language of gold. And loot. Since it was my reputation that was damaged as a result of this plot, I consider it fair to lay claim to 20% of the total fee. I'm going to give him 20%. That is only fair. Greyboar nods and gives a grunt of satisfaction. I appreciate your integrity when it comes to business, Selena. As for you, Greyboar, you've proven your competence. As a token of apology, allow me to offer you membership of my Assassin's Guild. Consider it the recognition of your talents that you have long desired. I promise you prestige, respect, and truly staggering fees. Of course, I won't demand that you sever your current contract. You may claim your well-deserved place in our guild when it expires. So then, what do you say? Will I be welcoming you to the big league? Greyboar turns to you with a very serious expression. His voice is reserved and formal. Selena, we are bound by an active agreement, and therefore I must consult your opinion on this invitation. I don't think he cares about working for demons. Anyway. Are you truly prepared to throw in your lot with demons? I'm going to ask though, anyway. With a heavy sigh, the dwarf looks you straight in the eye. Is there really much of a difference between me and them? They are the products of the worst parts of our mortal souls. They are sin incarnate. Many say the same thing about me. I was never a coward, so I am able to admit that my soul is black and evil. I murder others for money, and I will never become a respectable member of society, a friend, or a father. But I'm tired of asking forgiveness for what I am. Here, I will not be judged for my profession. Greybaugh clenches his fists and mutters through gritted teeth. I am not the freak or monster they think be back on Golarion. How dare they hire me to murder their enemies and then despise me for my profession? They'll treat me differently in the Abyss. The demons respect my skills. They will treat me as a professional, not a criminal or a blackguard. It's strange to say this, but I don't feel out of place here. It's your decision to make. Greybaugh studies you for a moment, then nods respectfully. Such words make me respect you even more. Believe me, I appreciate your willingness to let this decision be entirely my own. The dwarf does not waste words as he looks at yours. Where do I sign? What are you talking about? We're not devils after all. Yoz laughs and claps his hands loudly. Splendid, you've got a bright future here, my diminutive yet deadly friend. Yoz gives a bored yawn, and there is a note of finality to his tone. Well, this was a very enlightening conversation, but I see no reason why we should continue. You've received your answers and should probably be on your way. Meanwhile, I should get back to plotting another bloody and violent murder. Have a good day. After a suspicious glance in Yoz's direction, Greybaugh turns to you. Indeed, this was an unexpected meeting. If you want to discuss what happened privately, I'm at your service, Commander. Okay. I'm happy with that result. All I can think with him calling himself Boulder is Avatar The Last Airbender. The Boulder!
Let's head out.
I can't go anywhere else in here. Okay, maybe I'll have to go back at some point. No. Up the portal. Because this is the quickest way back to the Nexus. I think. There we go, to the Nexus. Okie dokie, I'm gonna go and talk to Arujla if she wants to talk yet. Let's quick save. You don't want to talk yet, it's fine.
I'm gone.
Which means talk to Greybaugh. I think I just need to wait.
Follow my steps.
Maybe I just need to sleep on it. The storyteller's compass starts to vibrate. The crystals should be somewhere nearby. Okay. Perhaps I should thank you for your help. You assisted me in dealing with all of Yoz's schemes, even though you didn't need to do so. I am grateful for that. Can you explain to me just what kind of mess we've involved ourselves in? Greybaugh pauses for a moment and then slowly begins to explain. An anonymous client ordered Yoz, the head of the Assassin's Guild of Elutionera, to kill Willidus. He tried to take the target down several times, but Willidus turned out to be quite a tough nut to crack. Then Yoz gave me a new anonymous assignment to kill Kill Darazan and tell him that Willidus sent his best regards. However, Yoz gave me a weapon that could only wound Darazan, not kill him. He hoped it would provoke Darazan, making him angry enough to go kill Willidus himself. Of course, you killed Darazan before you even had a chance to do anything else. When Yoz found out that we were both in the Abyss, and that I'd be eager to talk to Willidus, he started to give me hints as to where to find this fellow. We lived up to his expectations. Willidus died, and I'm sure you remember what happened next as well as I do. So we killed Willidus for no reason? The dwarf smirked cynically. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Was he to blame for the damage to my reputation? No. Was he an utterly disgusting creature whose face practically begged me to sink an axe into it? Did he try to kill us in his own manner? Were the creatures we encountered in said manner the most atrocious and perverted things I've ever met? The answer to all of these questions is yes. I don't think anyone is going to cry themselves to sleep over his death, and neither should we. Your reputation has been restored. How do you feel? The sparks of amusement in the dwarf's eye. There's a spark of amusement in the dwarf's eyes. I feel at peace. Now people will think twice before attempting to ruin my good name. I'm grateful my companions didn't leave me to deal with this by myself, even though they had every right to do so. So while I'm used to working alone, I appreciate a team I can trust. It's good to have someone who's got my back. Both of the options I want to choose because of chaotic and good. Just don't care about reputation. Who cares about reputation anyway? People are always wagging their tongues. It might not matter as much to you as it does to me, but a vagabond like myself can only rely on 3 things in life: his good name, his sharp blade, and his sturdy boots. Have you thought about quitting the business? And become what? A farmer? A butler? Or maybe an innkeeper? One of those who will tell tall tales about their adventurous youth to drunk patrons. My soul is that of a wanderer and killer. My art is my only source of pride, and abandoning it will make me useless in my own eyes. Believe me, I already tried to settle down and find an honest job, and nothing good came from it. I will quit my profession only when I am judged by Pharasma herself. What do you think of your membership in the Assassin's Guild of Illusionera? Greyboar hides a smug smile beneath his beard. I think this position rightfully belongs to me. This guild is not as infamous as the Red Mantis, the legendary fanatic assassins who perceive their victims as offerings to their god Achikek, or the silent monks of Anaphexia, who guard some kind of secret knowledge and murder anyone who dares to touch it. Sorry if you could pick up that noise that's happening. More gardening outside, apparently. Where are we? Okay, but its name still means something to the discerning client. Illusionera is a crossroads between several different planes, and Yoz's assassins work not only in the Abyss and on Golarion, but also in many other interesting places. The fact that I was accepted into this society is undeniable proof of my professionalism. I am grateful that you did not insist on the exclusivity of our contract, but allowed me to reap the benefits of my hard work. I think everything is clear now. Get out of my party. You've managed to restore your reputation and join the guild. What about our contract? Do you want to terminate it? The dwarf begins to count off his fingers one at a time. First, it would have been highly unprofessional to abandon you after you helped me. Second, the war is still in full swing. My departure would have been a source of gossip, which in turn would have damaged my reputation beyond repair. I don't want people to perceive me as a coward who fled from a good fight. Third, I've long since discovered that working for you is profitable in more ways than one. You are always trying to take down the most dangerous targets, and they make great additions to my trophy list. Oh yeah. Whoa, what? Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to put you away. You away. I'll put the Ashmaker away. Maybe. Nah, I'll probably keep that because Ember could want to swap to it. It's a short bow. Scimitar I want to give to Sealer. Yeah. You away. I put you away. Radiance, never gonna be using you. Oh, that was also amazing as well. Full shear away. Stormcaller. You away. Okay. Camellia, I have some boots for you. Even though I haven't been using this ability on you. Sealer. Let's give you that. And this. Faith Bearer. So what is this? A +2 Scimitar of Wind? Well, it's okay. I could probably get rid of it now because it's only a +2 weapon. 31 to 36, 34 to 54, but also on a critical hit, she has a 15 to 20 crit range, creates fire that sticks to allies as weapons, granting them flaming enchantment for 1d3 round, as well as granting the wielder and allies fire resistance. I'm guessing it, when it adds the flaming enchantment, it's probably just 1d6 fire damage. Maybe I should start taking Sealer into battle. She is pretty good, but in fact, let's just gear her up. Half plate of vigor gives constitution bonus. Problem is, she's never going to get actually hit. A lot of strength, sure, you can keep that. Oh, you do need charisma. Because you have an ability that adds to others. Cape. Technically you can do that. Okay. Just give you that. I could also give you wind breath. Bastion's armor. Barding. Oh, he can't wear. Okay, never mind. It's fine. You're wearing everything but braces, gloves, and a shirt. These braces are useless for you because you're wearing armor. I do have gloves which do... You're not summoning anything, but just put them on you anyway. Why not? Okay. It's a quick save so I don't have to redo all that.
Let's head out.
I need to rest. No, I don't need to do this at all. Why? Why would I not put myself here to make this? Demon Slayer suit is really good, but I got concentration. Okay. Increases the DC of saving throws against all spells you cast by 2 for a day. That's awesome. Eating a screaming omelette provides you with fast healing 1 and a +2 bonus cooking bonus to max HP per level for a day. I'm gonna stick with Demon Slayer soup. +3 cooking bonus to attack and damage rolls, all skill checks and saving throws for a day. Do I even want to bother scribing a scroll? Oh, I should honestly go and visit. I should have made this. I can afford it as well. Yeah, hang on. We're not gonna rest. Not yet. I'm gonna go all the way back. Take you, take you, take you. Ember. I will take Wendowag because I think I need to go to the 10,000 Delights. I'm gonna go and visit the storyteller again. I assume he's still gonna be in his tower. I probably should have checked that first. Hello? Oh, that's why. No pets allowed, but Darren automatically mounted up. There we go. So yeah, even though there's an ad coming up, I'm just going to go and buy all this that I need to. Especially now that I got an extra 80 grand. It would be so funny if the if the storyteller was like, "Oh, I've moved back in. I better set up all my traps again." Oh wait, Commander, sorry. Oh. Item received, Life Veil. The storyteller bows his head in greeting. I have spoken with the Queen as you asked. Galfrey was silent as she listened to my question, and whom it had come from, and she stayed silent for a long while afterward. Then she asked me to give you this, along with these words, with my blessing, if you accept it. Did she say anything else? No, she just asked everyone to step out and leave her alone for the time being. Thank you, storyteller. Oh, I could spend the night here. Need to replenish my supplies. I got something for you from Golarion. Take a look. Good. It seems to be the same stuff. And the stuff that I sold to him. Scriber's kit. And I may as well take this as well. Bulk sell. 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 Keep. Keep. Sell. 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 Keep. Sell. Sell. Sell all of those. Sell all of those. Sell that. I want to keep one of those. I could sell all of these. $20 Cloak of Resistance +1. Sure is a lot. I don't think there's anything else I want to sell. Okay, so I'm buying these two, which would normally cost me, what, 115,000? For 7. And selling him all of my junk. I mean, this is the party I'm taking. I want to spend the night here. Of course, I assure you it is completely safe here. This place is securely protected against demons. But then I have all of this to do. You know what? I'm not gonna rest here. I'm gonna go back to the Nexus and rest there instead. Even though it's gonna take me a while to get there.
I'm gone. The art of making friends is in the Nexus? Search for the crystal in Illusionera Mines. Okay. So if I wander here, it doesn't trigger again. Follow my steps.
Okay. I have no idea why this decides to put Woljif here instead of, you know, me with my plus 32. Okay. I do want to make a scroll of Frightful Aspect, because I can hopefully give that to someone else. Can't fail it, so begin resting.
One more day, and I'm still alive. Everyone dies, and I don't even get sick. Why is that?
Because you're crazy. But you're our kind of crazy.
Let's head out.
Okay, I do want to, before I go down there, I want to go and see if that was enough time for Arushale. Ivu just dancing around. No, you don't want to talk yet. Okay. Fine. I understand. I will wait. There we go. And a Arushale. What's that? Tear proximity. I'll make teleportation impossible. Yeah. It's two important buffs. I've already been down here. Ooh, uncover the camouflage tunnel. The entrance to the tunnel, cleverly disguised and indistinguishable from real walls. Wait a minute. I could probably start doing buff setup on this, because I have a lot more dinosaur bones now. Where are you? Legendary proportions. So, a large person we no longer need. Legendary proportions. Important. There. I could give it to myself as well. Does it give again? Target gains +6 size bonus to its strength score and +4 size bonus to its constitution score. Melee and ranged weapons used by this creature deal more damage. Huge Rochelet, let's go! Because I can't... Oh, one friendly creature within close range. It's just a creature? So I could... Ooh, that makes things a little bit more interesting. But I'm going to cast it on a Rochelet. Because it will mean her bow deals a stupid amount of damage, potentially. Especially if she does one of her spells. This. Hurricane Bow. So if you cast that, your bow now deals 2d6 damage instead of 1d8. And if we do this now, as a big Rochelet, you 4d6 damage from your bow. Well then. Oh, it's funny that this increases. Oh, I think this did increase. It was just like a 1d6 before. What is this? This is just Nexus.
Now what is that?
Belt of the Venerated Champion. This Belt of Constitution +6 grants its wearer a +2 bonus on Fortitude saving throws and a +1 insight bonus on AC against evil creatures and effects.
You require my counsel? Wise.
Oh, loot. We can loot the crystal. Nehindrian crystal. Uh-oh. Oh, the carnivorous.
Retreat is not an option.
Okay then. I was wondering, are they all going to appear now? Now that I have a crystal on me. I think that literally affects everyone but Ivy.
Go.
Your character Ember was petrified. Petrified is a condition that is almost completely death-like. Petrified character is as good as dead. To remove petrification, you can use Camellia. Does that break enchantment? Okay.
Well,
Camellia. This. Break enchantment. Oh, I guess she's free now. Okay, fine.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Heal her ass up.
I'm gone.
Okay. So now I need to go back to the storyteller. I'm fairly sure. Yeah, give the crystal to the storyteller. It's like, hi, I'm back. This time, I'm taking you with me. However, I can't go to the 10,000 delights, so... Flesh markets. I have to go up the elevator way.
Follow my steps.
Portal up and then swing the camera around because it points me the wrong direction. Here. Enraged no. I'm gonna talk to these and murder them. Hey, what's
Be
up?
careful, everyone.
Goodbye. Loot, please. Thank you. Rumbling Falchion. This +5 Thundering Falchion gives its wearer a +5 competence bonus to combat maneuver bonus. Whenever the wielder of this falchion succeeds its under armor maneuver, they get a +1 circumstance bonus to AC for 1 round. In addition, whenever the wielder attempts a cleave action, they don't get the regular -2 penalty to AC. And then it just deals. You'd think this would be included in the attack, but no. Okay. Back we go. I just noticed them talking smack to me while I was running by. I was like, no. I will teach you some respect. Portal down. So funny seeing just how big a Rochelet is. Up here. And we'll go back to visit the storyteller. I lead by example, not with my blade. God of Paladins of Shaylin. Weak. And you are in this room with the door. Blind Elf whispers something under his breath. Hearing your steps, he turns to you slowly. Greetings, Selena. Have you brought me a new story? Hand over the Nehindrian crystal. Take this crystal. What do you see? I hope I get it back. The storyteller takes the crystal and his face becomes twisted with evil rage and a screeching cry bursts from his lips. A bloody stain spreads across your chest and the storyteller's visions once again burst into your mind, just as they did in Canabras when you brought him the stone chisel. My wings take me higher and higher, stirring storms, but even they cannot disperse the ball of darkness hanging in front of me. Stupid little maggot, you think you can fly as high as me? My cheeky opponent does not answer, and the wound under my heart continues to gush streams of blood, tainting the feathers of the black bolt and dripping into the dark waters of Ishiar. There is something wrong with this wound. My strength is dwindling too quickly. This means there is no time to waste. I grab her, scrunch her up, cut her with my claws, and throw her to the very bottom of the abyss. Quickly changing the direction of my flight, I rush forward and hit the centre of the dark cloud. Well, where are you? My chest is thrust forward, ready to take any blow, and my claws are cutting through the air. But she is not here. She deceived me. The dark cloud was a fake. Where are you? Her triumphant laughter echoes over the black ocean, so insulting, so insolent and impetuous. Someone catch that laughter, choke it. Ooh, I succeeded at a will check. Ooh. Doesn't matter, I had a plus 25 to skill value, okay. Your mind is confused, adrenaline pounds in your veins. By force of will you manage to overcome this madness and concentrate on the storyteller's screeching voice. Who are you? You don't know me? I am the Demon Lord Alinithia, Lady of Harpies, sweet-voiced mistress and seductive peril. My wings can embrace a mountain and all in the abyss know my name. Who are you fighting? Nocticula? That pathetic upstart Nocticula. She attacked without warning and wounded me, and now she is hiding in her shadows, thinking she can get away from me. Your pathetic leathery wings can't compare with mine. What are you fighting for? For power, for might, for superiority, for the right to fly over these endless waters, for the right to seduce the unlucky ones of our choosing. One of us will perish, the other will rise and get everything the loser owns, and I will be the one to triumph. How will your fight end? The storyteller's voice changes. You hear a death rattle. She will win, overpower me, weaken my spirit, and my body will drop into the waters of Ishiar. The elf's voice becomes lower and lower, becoming denser and stronger, like a stone that has decided to talk. From now on, I am blood. I set and thicken. I grow firmer, stronger. I crystallize, I gain edges, power lies dormant in me, and I lie dormant in the dark. Hey. A dark, heavy stone slab seems to fall on your back, but it is not enough to break you. Stubbornly straightening your neck, you continue to listen to the storyteller's monotonous voice. Are you the island of Alinithia, the one Alucionera is built on? Yes, my body became stone, my flesh turned to firmament, and the power hidden in it made it expand and swell. I am the island and everything hidden within it. thought the souls of demon lords went to the Rift of Repose after death. Yes, but not me. The one I used to be. She was supposed to go to a secret place, but someone stopped her. Locked her in this body. She didn't want those who fell at her hand to return. She found a way to lock their power in their remains. And the power is still there. Where are you? I am lying in the ground, in the depths my paths are laid. I am asleep, waiting for greedy hands to touch me, gather me up, take my power for their own. What will happen to you next? You will take me out. Your hands will take me out of the cavern. The storyteller's voice calms. This is where the road to the past, the one open to me, ends. It leads to this very moment, but I see something else, the future, a possible future. Droplets of spittle fly from the old elf's mouth. His speech becomes furious and garbled, his voice trembling with tension. Ah, it hurts. The crystal is so huge. She is implanting it, sewing it into living flesh, my flesh. And it oozes power, soaking my flesh and blood, flowing in my veins. I am rage, I am agony, I am violence made flesh. Okay, overcoming the scarlet rage seizing your mind, you get through the stream of insults and mangled words flying from the storyteller's lips. Listen to the storyteller's voice, try to understand why it is trembling. I know I'm not doing these in order, but sometimes I get checks that I don't do first, then I do the ordered ones, and the checks disappear. You feel the thirst for blood, the heat that pulses through a warrior before an imminent fight, the pride swelling within the demon that is speaking through the storyteller. That power that he yearns to feel as soon as possible, the duty that he intends to embrace with honour. Who are you and whom do you serve? I am a humble demon whose old name doesn't matter. From now on, everyone will call me the Horned Horror. Lady Hepzimira will lead me into battle, where I will crush her enemies. No, I will destroy them with my horrifying grunting that will rip their pathetic flesh from their meagre carcasses. Who's implanting the crystal into you? Mutasafen, that cunning one with snake eyes, one of the fosterlings of the upstart Arilu. My mistress, Hepzimira, ordered him to do it. She has many such crystals. I am not the first or last to have had this done to them. Mutasafen is a weak and mortal spawn, but even he improves with practice. You see, I am alive, unlike the pathetic unfortunates who went first. What fight awaits you? We are going to fight Nocticula. That winged upstart has been troubling our Lord Baphomet for too long. Time to remove her from the board. How do you expect to defeat Nocticula in her dominion? We have followers in Elutionera. They will strike from the inside, cripple her, drain her blood, and then our army will bring down all its might given to us by the miraculous crystals, and Nocticula and her pathetic servants will fall. Enough, storyteller. The storyteller's vision fades, and with it the terrible heat in your chest. The old elf comes back from his dream with a helpless sigh. What a horrible vision. I am completely exhausted. I never expected to touch the memories of a fallen demon lord who had never found peace in the Rift of Repose. I shared a vision with you again. Like when you brought me the stone chisel in Canabras? Strange. Could it be that those two objects are connected to each other or to you? So the crystals are demon blood. Yes, hardened blood in which the spiritual power of the perished demon lord is sealed. In this case, the power of Elinithia, who was killed in battle and locked in her own remains in this unusual way. So this city is built on Elinithia's corpse. In a matter of speaking, yes. After the spiritual power of Elinithia did not go to the Rift of Repose, Nocticula began to transform her dead body, forcing it to expand and assume a more solid, static form. I can only guess what a nightmare this imprisonment was for Elenithea's spiritual essence. How can this stone grant powers? I suppose that it happens as a result of some merging process, after which the unspent power of a demon lord will literally flow into the body of the one who uses the stone. What is the Rift of Repose? That is where the souls of fallen demon lords go. After death, they usually return to their own abyssal realms, but if death finds them again before a year passes, the abyss dumps them in its cemetery. In this stone rift full of fog, the souls of the grand demonic dead turn into stone statues and stand for an eternity, slowly becoming threaded with cracks and gradually falling into ruin. It is a kingdom of decline and decay, and a visit there might serve as a good lesson to those who believe in their own might and deem themselves invincible. Everything is clear to me now. The old elf gives a sudden jolt and says, I've had a brilliant idea. The stone knife you showed me in Canabras, do you still have it? Can I examine it again? I just want to check one thing real quick. Endings. Act 4. Okay, so this is fine. Probably because it's the storyteller. Hand over the stone knife. Frowning, the storyteller stands for a while, holding the knife. Finally, he returns the weapon to you and says heavily, No question. The knife is made from Nehindrian crystal. No, not made. This stone is the hardened blood of a demon lord, and considering you found it in the squaring that devastated Canabras, the blood certainly belonged to Discari and was shed in battle with the crossbow bolt that I used. Touch them so you can see. When the old man touches the mangled demonic helmet, a squeamish grimace appears on his face. The owner of this item was a monster in the truest sense of the word, but there was still a vicious, dark sophistication to his deeds. He died happy, gaining in death what he could not achieve in life. I cannot see what that is, but my curiosity yearns to know. Can you bring me 2 vials of magic essence, 3 bars of cold iron, 4 vials of demon blood, and 1 hide of a magical creature? Together we can cast aside the veil of mystery that lies over this object. Damn! What am I missing? More important things to do. I have to go. Two vials of magic essence, 3 bars of cold. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 1. And I have magic essence. I have 4 of those. Demon blood. I have 5. Magical beast. Oh, hide. That's what I'm missing. Hide of beast. I think. Oh, cold iron. I have the 4 vials. I have the 2 vials of magic essence. It's that I'm missing. Hide. Bah. Ooh. Missing 2 of these as well. Okay. So I need to go to... need to meet Nocticula. Man, I don't want to talk to her. Don't want to tell her everything. And I lost the Nehindrian crystal, I think. Yeah. He kept the crystal. Damn it. I think though, rather than me starting on the next thing that I need to do, the next quest, I think I might just end the stream a few minutes early. Rather than getting started on something completely new. Because there's a bunch of stuff that I do need to do. But I think I might save that for tomorrow. So once I'm here, I'm going to hard save and quick save just to make sure, and then I'm going to find someone to raid. So thank you all for being here, I appreciate it. We are going to go and raid let's go and raid KG. He's playing V Rising. It's almost demonic. Looks like he's spinning to win right now. So yeah, let's go and raid KG. And I will hopefully see you all tomorrow for more Pathfinder and more quests in the Upper City. And yeah, I'm going to go and relax a little bit before I have to go to work. Bye!